No.
Today's episode of Wine Time Fridays is brought to you in part by our friends at Cinder and Liberty Lake Wine Cellars.
It's been a long week, right? Are you ready to wind down? Why not? It's time for the Wine Time Fridays podcast with Shelley and Phil. Neither are sommeliers, but both have a deep passion for life, each other, and of course, delicious wine. And now, here to talk about this week over a glass of wine is Shelley and Phil. It's wine time.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wine Time Fridays. Swallow. With Shelley and Phil, take a breath. I get so fast and hurried. Another episode of Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil and a guest, episode 294 on this. Oh my gosh. It's December 5th.
Oh,
We're right in the holidays.
We are.
Shelley, happy Friday. It's wine time.
Happy Friday. Oh, we're going to be doing this soon.
Yes,
Bringing
we are.
the Salvation Army back.
Actually, 6 days from today, on December 11th, we'll be at Fred Meyer doing the Red Kettle. Yeah?
Red Kettle campaign.
Yeah, with, all the whole thing.
Salvation Army.
Thank you. And we'll be ringing the bell in shifts. I think Shelley and I have 90 minutes. I'm not sure. We digress. We're going to progress into today's guest. Ooh, so many rhymes there almost.
Are you trying to be Snoop Dogg?
Are you trying to copy my book and rhyme?
I know, right? That's a great lead in. We have Danielle Frank. It's not Franc, which I tended to write in the notes. It's actually with a K. Not like Cabernet Franc.
Oh.
It's Danielle Frank. She has written a book called A Wine Lover's Guide to Parenting, the Fine Art of Wine and Wine, Whine, Management. Oh, Danielle's got the book too. Go figure.
You said Daniel almost.
I know, it's hard. And she signed it. Thank you so much for signing that. We are huge fans of that. Shelley keeps a corner of the bookshelf of signed copies of books.
Yes,
it's one of her passions. Danielle, welcome to Wine Time Fridays.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Danielle she's like a Jill of all trades.
Is she?
Yeah. Well, in her case, Danielle of all trades. She's been a former film publicist. She's worked for Bacardi and Dom Perignon. I just put Dom P because Perignon sometimes is hard for me to spell. I guess it shouldn't be. But you've done a number of things. In fact, you are actually in the wine business presently as well.
Correct. Yeah, I've been in the wine and spirits industry for over 22 years, even though I'm only 21. It's so bizarre, right?
Touche.
I always say it's, all the drinking, it acts as a preservation system. I worked at Bacardi for 10 years and now I've been at Moet Hennessy representing brands like Dom Perignon, Veuve Clicquot, Moet and Chandon, three of the beautiful wines that we're going to taste today. Yeah. I've been there for over 11 years. It's fabulous. It's a fabulous company and I'm happy to be representing such fabulous brands.
Well, before we get into the book, I just opened up and she's already poured a glass for herself.
That's okay.
So we're going to catch up to her.
Okay.
I just opened right now a 2023 Cloudy Bay Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, one of my favorite regions for Sauvignon Blanc because I love the grapefruit and tartness of this. I'm not going to put this in front of Shelley this time. There we go. Let's do a proper Wine Time Fridays toast. Maybe Lucy will get involved in this. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, romance.
And peace on earth.
And peace on earth.
I love it. Yeah. Cheers.
I think I've only had Cloudy Bay Sauvignon Blanc once.
One other time?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorites. It was one of my favorites even before I started working for the company. So I'm very blessed to get to represent, one of my favorite Sauvignon Blanc brands.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
So good and not too sharp.
No, this is, what I like about New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc is that grapefruit aspect, the tartness.
Mhm.
And this has it, but it's soft around the edges.
Yeah.
And that is so cool. And we have our Christmas glasses out.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful.
Yeah, because it's Christmas time in the city.
Yeah.
Ring-a-ling. Okay. So sorry. Okay. This, by the way, is available at Pilgrim's Market for $39. I can't remember if Sarah stocks it on the shelf, but she can get it. No problem. All of these wines are available at Pilgrim's. Just know they're available in our market, and Sarah would love to order them in for you. So, what in the world, Danielle, prompted you to write a book about parenting and wine management?
Well, yeah, and to note, I'm actually not a parent myself. I am an aunt to my niece and nephew, and so many of my friends' kids call me Auntie Danielle, or some of them call me Aunt Dee Dee because my niece, that's what she coined me because she couldn't say Danielle when she was younger. I've been a wine lover forever, and I've been working in the wine industry forever. And I was watching my niece and nephew when they were little kids, and even though they're great kids, well behaved, they're adults now. Kids tend to whine sometimes, some more than others. And I was watching them, and they were whining about something, and I said, Aunt Dee Dee drinks wine. She doesn't listen to wine. And from there, it just started, the parallels just started to come about. I've always sort of had a creative outlet. I've always sort of written, yep, that's chapter 1 is I drink wine. I don't listen to wine. And it's all about not letting your kids whine to get their way. And yeah, it just, as I said, I mean, I don't think, people have asked that, oh, you're not a parent. I don't think you don't need to be a parent to know good behavior in people. I say you don't need to be a grape to be a sommelier. Sometimes it's when you're on the outside and you're not directly in the trenches, it's easy to kind of see the fun parallels and have some fun with it, which is what I did.
I think lesson 1, and all these there are no chapters in this book. They're all lessons. Lesson 1 that she just referred to is my favorite line in the entire book, which is don't let them get what they want and throw a hissy fit, because then they may just turn into a little shit. And I mean, it's like, amen, Aunt Dee Dee. That is exactly right.
Yep.
All the lessons are just poignant ways to, raise your kid well, all while you're learning about key wine terminology. And that was the other drive for me as well, right? Like doing your podcast, me writing this book, we're lovers of wine, and it brings me such joy to share that with everybody out there and make it accessible, make it, make learning about wine not so scary and intimidating, and make it fun.
That's the whole premise of our podcast. And have we had a guest on that's been snobby?
No,
we
really wouldn't have them.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, we've had a guest or two that we know have snobbish possibilities. Let's just go there, but they weren't snobbish on the episode. It's so true, and we love that. You had a question, I thought.
I forgot what it was. Oh, I think I was just noting that you have definitions on the bottom of your pages, like our wine word of the week.
We will get to that because it goes right hand in hand with not only the title of this episode, but lesson 6.
Yes, that you spelled wrong, but that's okay.
I spelled lessons wrong, 6 wrong, or decant?
No, you spelled lesson wrong.
I did? Oh, on your...
L-E-S-S-E-N.
No, I put O-N.
No, I did that.
Okay. Well,
as we argue here,
we're no longer fighting here on debating on Wine Time Fridays, episode 294. Yeah. So you do the wine words, these words that you put on the bottom, which is really a great way of tying into the storyline. And this is basically a book of poems, right?
Yeah, it all rhymes. I love to rhyme. And every time I integrate wine terminology, it gives the definition at the bottom so they understand what it means, how it relates, and also learn a little something about wine along the way.
Are you, if I were to give you a dime, would you be able to give us a rhyme?
In no time, of
Get-
course.
exactly, because I don't know if you know it, but I can be a poet as
Oh
well.
dear.
Yeah, we've been watching way
You
too
can
much,
rhyme.
way too much of the voice of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He does it really well, doesn't he?
Mhm.
I had a
How long did it take you to write this?
So I actually wrote this 13 years ago.
Oh wow.
It didn't take me too long. As I said, it's just, once the idea sparked, it sort of just spilled out of me, no pun intended, or pun intended
more pun
rather.
intended, yes.
Yeah. But I shelved it because at the time to get published when you don't have an agent is difficult. Agents don't want you unless you've been published. And back then it seemed like everybody had a different process for submitting your manuscript. You had to do everybody had a different type of cover letter or submission process. And, with a full-time job, that was becoming a secondary full-time job. So I shelved it, and I've always had good feedback about the book. And this has been always something that's just plagued me. If I never do anything with this, like, I'm very good about checking things off my life's bucket list. I wanted to go on a game show 2 years ago. I did that. I want to travel to see places. I go, I'm all about traveling the world. But this was the one thing that I'm like, if I do nothing with this, it's going to plague me on my deathbed. So I started to pick it back up and reading about this hybrid publishing model. So it's, you have a publisher behind you, but essentially I've put the resources in it. I don't have a big publishing house doing the promotion or anything like that, but they help guide the process on how you get it on Amazon and the ISBN numbers and this and that. And so, yeah, I brought it to life, and it's been very exciting, and I'm thrilled that it's out there. It's been getting great reception, and I just want people to enjoy it.
We will have a link to the Amazon link to this book in the show notes, just so look below. What game show were you on?
I was on $100,000 pyramid. It was so much fun.
Really? How long ago? What episode? What year? We need to bring that up as well.
This was about 2 years ago? It was, if you Google, I don't remember the episode number, but if it's like the celebrities were Wayne Brady and Joel Kim Booster. And yeah, I made it to the winner's circle, but I said one of the words, so that got dinged. And then the last one, the top of the pyramid, I just stumbled. I mean, now it literally plagues me every night when I'm laying in bed. I'm like, I should have said this. I should have said that. But no, it was so much fun.
Who were you with in the circle?
Oh, yeah.
Joel Kim Booster he came to play. He got me to the winner's circle, and he got the next girl into the winner's circle, and she won. He was really good.
Yeah.
Not that Wayne Brady wasn't, but
No.
Joel Kim Booster was like, no joke. He was really good.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
Comedians have to
I'm gonna
think.
have a little.
Well, so is
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady too.
I don't mean to eat on camera, but I'm having a little nibble that goes with the wine.
Oh, so great segue. You're having what with this Cloudy Bay Sauvignon Blanc?
Well, I just have some leftover cheese from what I served on Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
I love cheese and wine. I mean, I can live on that. So with this, right now I have a Comté, which is delicious. Sauvignon Blanc goes really well with goat cheese. So for anybody prepping for their Christmas meals, holiday meals, Sauvignon Blanc goes best with goat cheese. But the Comté in this place, given its nuttiness, firmness, it contrasts nicely with like the crisp acidity of the Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We could live off cheese and wine too.
We could.
And
I love cheese and wine.
Chocolate mousse.
It's great that it's cheese that you're having. We've tried to do cheese and crackers sometimes on this podcast, and it's like.
Oh, I know. I debated about the crackers, and then I thought about that. I was like, nobody wants to hear. I hate hearing people chew, so I knew I was safe with like a sauce.
That sounds like my daughter Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
Stop chewing. Well, how am I supposed to, digest this food? That's so funny. Why did you choose lessons instead of chapters?
Lessons because instead of chapters, because my book, mirrors parenting and wine in real life. It doesn't happen in long, neat chapters. They happen in quick, punchy, often hilarious lessons you learn as you go along. So, and they're supposed to be, again, lessons of parenthood. Again, I don't proclaim to be an expert. It's just fun, tongue-in-cheek lessons on how to raise your kids well.
Both Shelley and I have raised a couple kids each, separate marriages. And I imagine we could write a wine book about parenting too, but we're not going to go into that market now that you've done it. We are going to do our own wine book,
It won't be
Excellent.
about parenting.
It will not be about parenting.
So who did your illustrations?
So I found this guy. There's a site called, I am probably butchering the name, Fiverr.
That's
And
Fiverr.
it's where,
Oh,
it's where you can,
FIVERR.com. Yep.
where you can get creative, commission creative people for tasks, for jobs. And because I'm sort of hybrid self-publishing, I had to get the illustrator. So I found a couple illustrations. There are a lot of people, they submit a couple pictures, and, I knew what I didn't want, like the anime look. So I found a couple people that was more in the style of what I was looking for. I sent them each chapter 1 and, paid them to create a picture, show me your vision. And this guy, Eris, he lives in Indonesia. He knocked it out of the park. Like, he brought my vision to life. The illustrations are fantastic. They're spot on. They're exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, then he did the whole book. Nice. I've already told him I hope to do my next iteration of the book will be a whiskey or, bourbon lover's guide to dog breeds. So I'll have him do the illustrations for that as well.
That's cute.
We've been using Fiverr for well over 10 years.
Longer than that.
Yeah, not so much anymore with the development of AI, but
I still use them.
It used to be it's called Fiverr because it was $5 a gig.
Used to be.
Now it's
okay. Now the wording makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely not $5 a gig anymore.
No. But
this guy was well worth it.
Yeah, if you get the guy and you like him, make sure you keep that designer in mind, and then don't go outside of Fiverr because they'll find you and then they'll ban you both.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
good to know.
You want to go through their channels, but it's a great resource. It really is.
Yeah.
Hey, should we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll whisper to some angels?
Sure.
Do you see what I did there?
I see.
Okay. When we come back. Everything going?
Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 294, publishing on December 5th, but recorded.
Oh my God, you can't do it.
I can't. Recorded on the 21st, which is a Friday, because I didn't want to have to talk about Thanksgiving when we haven't had it yet.
This is note to self. On these.
And our parade, so.
On these dates.
You asked me.
Don't have Shelley bring us back. By the way.
Anyways, we're here with our guest, yes. Danielle Frank, and she is an author.
She's an author.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
An author and wine lover.
Author and wine lover.
Shelley, are you dancing in Hayden on the 6th?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say it's tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
We're also doing a performance in the morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to be at that one.
Are you a dancer, Shelley?
Yes. A dancer.
Wow.
I dance.
Fantastic.
I dance with two different groups of women over 50, and our oldest dancer is 85.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
In the Witches?
No, Carolyn.
Oh, she acts like she's 50.
I know she does.
Okay.
But we have danced all over the place. We danced in Hawaii. We danced at Philadelphia's 100th anniversary parade. We have danced in.
What kind of dancing was it?
So when we're doing stationary performances, it's like line dancing or modified line dancing. And when we dance in parades, it's sort of like drill team. If you ever had that in high school.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's very fun.
And Did you say DC?
Yeah, Washington, D.C. Cherry Blossom Parade. I did not say that.
Oh, wow.
She met Carrie Ann and Abba.
Oh, yeah. We were on Good Morning
That's
America.
amazing. Oh, amazing.
Okay. So we just opened the 2024 Whispering Angel. There we are. Rosé from Provence.
It is a rosé.
We
what?
Oh, that's a good
flying to the
question.
south
We
of
didn't,
France.
we didn't talk about Sauvignon Blanc.
We'll get back to the Sauvignon Blanc. What, Danielle? What is this a rosé of?
So the rosé, I mean, people that are not familiar with Whispering Angel, what most people don't know, it's we call it the world's most glamorous rosé. It's from Provence. This outsells any other rosé from 4-1. It's the number one super premium rosé, and did you know it's the number one French wine in the USA? Not rosé, but the number one French wine of all the French wines. Rosé is really now a year-round phenomenon. So,
Yes,
it can be enjoyed. It can be enjoyed year-round. It's got Grenache, it's got Cinsault, it's got Vermentino, and it's made in the beautiful rosé capital of the world, Provence.
Yes.
And yeah, this is Whispering Angel.
So, fun fact about this rosé.
Fun fact.
I wasn't, let's see, I was an influencer for the Oprah magazine. So I was called OMAG Insider. And we had a girls' getaway one time. And the Oprah magazine sent us a case of this for our getaway of Whispering Angel.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, Whispering Angel has become, it's such a lifestyle brand, and everything the brand does, it really is, it's remarkable. It's, we use 10 to 12-year-old vines, lower elevation vineyards, clay and gravel soils. Like, it's really just the preeminent expression of a Provence rosé. And it's lovely. If you have fresh red berry fruit characteristics, floral nose, it's just lovely.
Hashtag cheersing.
Cheersing. Cheers.
Cheers.
$32 at Pilgrim's.
It is delicious.
It's fantastic.
We love rosé, or
this goes with the Comte as well. My leftover cheese from Thanksgiving. But this can also, if anybody's looking for ideas for their holiday Christmas dinners, this goes well with like a brie en croûte with cranberry or apricot preserves. It goes really well with meats. Rosé goes great with charcuterie, any shrimp, butternut squash soup, roast turkey, honey glazed ham, and herb crusted pork loin. Rosé is so versatile, and people, for so long it had this stigma, like, you can only have it in summer or this, but it really is a versatile wine. And Chateau d'Esclans, that's the maison that makes Whispering Angel. There's a whole line of rosés. So, the Rock Angel, the Laclan, many of them drink like bold whites, like burgundies, like white burgundies, like Sancerre. So rosé is, oh my goodness, oh man, I get distracted by a dog.
What did she call me?
She wants to go out and chase the squirrel.
Yeah, this is Lucy.
Oh, that's why I'm in my office shed outside, and I have the door shut. And so my dog is not very happy I brought his bed in, because there's a squirrel that he plays with all the time, and I didn't want him like running around outside while we were doing this. So
Lucy probably does want to play
in
with the squirrels, but they're always up the trees, and she's like, "Why do you do that? I can't climb this tree."
So it keeps him busy all day. It's fantastic, right? He heard me say the word squirrel. Now he's looking up.
I know. Well, yeah.
He doesn't chase after the squirrel, or do they just play around?
No, like we have this one squirrel who's like, I call him Squirrely McSquirlerson, and I have like a ledge. So we feed him. We leave out peanuts every day, and so Bert, my dog, if you ever watch Parks and Recreation, his name's Bert Macklin. So Bert, we just leave nuts out on the ledge, and they just run around and they like mess with each other all day long, and it's great. Although last week I was leaving nuts out, and like a random squirrel tried to get in on the mix and like tried to like scratched my hand trying to get the the nuts. Our Squirrely McSquirrelus is like very nice. He just waits for me to put the peanuts down, he and Bert have stare downs, and it's lovely. But yeah, I feel
That's
like he's our pet
hilarious.
squirrel.
That's kind of rude to scraps like that.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, I was like bleeding. It was not fun.
Oh no, that is not good.
Yeah.
All right. You were mentioning the pairings for this rosé. This rosé is going to be so versatile. I mean, it would work for all sorts of things. Maybe not a steak,
Maybe not a steak. I was going to say
but I mean,
almost everything else.
yeah. And
Almost
so,
everything I have. Turkey, ham, pork
yeah.
loin. Oh,
I mean, your
delicious. Yeah.
charcuteries, the whole kit and caboodle. Ooh, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. We did not get to talk a whole lot about that Sauvignon Blanc that we had. Do you want to talk
A
any
little
more
bit
about that?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I love Sauvignon Blancs, and especially from New Zealand. I mean, the reason why New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs are so desirable is because of the combination of the amount of light the area gets, the UV light exposure, the cool climate, the diverse soil. So that really leads the grapes to, have full of flavor, vibrancy, that distinctive herbaceous grassy notes that we all are familiar with the New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs.
Yeah.
That's where it really comes from. So Cloudy Bay, I'm gonna go back to it and have another sip while I talk about it because it's my favorite.
Oh, well, let us
Yeah,
twist your
that's
arm.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, the nose, it's nice. It's quite restrained. It's less tropical than previous vintages. This 2023. Notes of citrus, thyme leaf, apricot, orange, and the palate is mouth-watering intensity, as we like to say, juicy passion fruit notes.
Mm.
Obviously, the grapefruit, the grass. I love the 2023. I think it's brilliant. And we just had an internal call the other day about the 2024 release that's coming out, and apparently that's what they say. It's going to be fantastic. They say it's one of their best years,
Right.
but one of their best releases. So we'll
Yeah,
have to toast to that when it comes out.
it was picked, 6, 7, 8 months ago down in New Zealand. And so their 24 is coming out.
Not 20. Well, yeah.
This is the 20. Oh, this 24. So the 25 is coming out. No. Well, yes.
No,
No.
this is 23, so we'll have the
Thank you.
24 coming out. Yeah.
I'm very confused. I'm a
I
confused.
know the whole wine thing. Well, because it rests, and this goes through a combination, mostly stainless steel fermentation, and then there's a small percent that's in oak. So that's why it's nice and clean and acidic. Yeah.
Both of these wines are fantastic, and can I just say, both of these first two wines are wines that have been on the front end of very high volume sales in the United States. The Cloudy Bay took the market by storm, 20 some years ago. Listening to Gary Vaynerchuk and Wine Library, and they couldn't keep this stuff on the shelf. The Whispering Angel, to your point, Danielle, is the highest volume selling French wine in the United States.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's why we say rosé every day.
Rosé all day,
baby.
Yeah. So these two are freaking awesome, and I have not had this one. I think I'm only
because you weren't with us at the
I
girls'
wasn't
getaway.
invited to the girls' getaway. You said they sent you a case. They sent y'all a case, but you only got a bottle to taste.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Where did you drink? We didn't see a case of Whispering Angel in this house.
No, we had a case to enjoy while we were down there in California.
Okay, thanks for rubbing that in.
That was with Sarah and Chris.
Oh, the whole kit and caboodle again. Yes, indeed. Okay. We're going to need to dive into
Can I share one little story about Whispering Angel, where the name came from?
Yeah.
Because I last summer was so blessed I did a trip with a friend to Provence, And I was blessed to I was welcomed at the chateau in Provence for a night, and it is spectacular, like gorgeous, spectacular. We had our own little, our mini chateau that has a pink pool table and a pool, and it was
Oh.
gorgeous. Yeah. And we were so fortunate to be invited to, a hosted, aperitivo hour with Sasha Lichine, who's the creator of Whispering Angel, and then hosted to dinner. But at the chateau, there's this adorable old chapel, and in the chapel, when they bought the chateau, they went into this little chapel, and there's two cherub angels carved into the stone of the chapel. And they said it sounded like they were whispering to them, and that's where the name Whispering Angel came from.
That's so cool.
That is very
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's just
There
so
used
much
to be a
fun.
rosé called Montes de Cherub,
Yeah.
and I think it was French also, but I have not seen it for a long time.
Yeah, but I remember that one.
Yeah, we had it when I still lived in California.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is sensational.
It is.
Again, that Sauvignon Blanc is $39 at Pilgrim's, $32 for this rosé. We will be right back. We're going to come back and actually get into a Pinot Noir from California. We've been to New Zealand, now all the way to France. We're going to end up in California when we come back. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil and Danielle. No, you finished that. It's a swallow. And Danielle Frank. Shelley's trying to pawn off her rosé on me. I'd love to have it, but it's a swallow, Shelley. She wrote the book, A Wine Lover's Guide to Parenting, The Fine Art of Wine and Wine Management. And wine management is WHINE. Danielle, I wanted to ask you, what is more of a challenge, wine management or wine with an H management?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, as someone who's worked in the wine world and hangs with a lot of parents, I've learned this, that managing wine, WINE, is an art. Wine, WHINE, is a survival skill. One requires a corkscrew, the other requires patience, but actually both can stain your carpet. So I don't know. I would say,
Well played.
I would say wine, WHINE, is more challenging. So, but when you're managing the WHINE, there's WINE to help you get through it.
Man, that is so well said. Can you?
No wonder they invented the cocktail hour.
That's right.
Exactly.
This is a 2022 Joseph Phelps Pinot Noir from California, Sonoma County. Joseph Phelps, very, very renowned producer of wine. We have a couple of cabs of his downstairs, or theirs, I guess. I wanted to, I should say this and then it leaves my head. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Hashtag cheersing.
Cheers.
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 Ooh, I like that's right up there.
It's this joined our portfolio just a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice.
How many wines are in your portfolio?
Well, we have we have the most beautiful champagnes. I don't think I'm being biased, but Dom Perignon, Cru, Brunart, Veuve Clicquot, Moet, and Chandon. We have Chandon Sparkling in Napa. A host of spirits: Belvedere, Hennessy, Glenmorangie, Ardbeg, Woodinville, right down the street from you guys in Seattle, Woodinville Bourbon, Volcan Tequila. And then our wines are Cloudy Bay from New Zealand, Numancia from Spain, Whispering Angel, Chateau Minuti from Provence as well. And Joseph Phelps is a new addition, and I couldn't be happier. I love reds from Napa. I love, especially this Pinot Noir is grown in the Sonoma Coast, which is a preeminent growing region for Pinot Noirs, known for good acidity and minerality, and the cool climate in Sonoma really just brings Pinot Noirs to life. So I love this wine.
She says just down the street from us. It's 275 miles west, and then another, let's say, 25 to 30 miles north
Hmm.
is Woodinville.
Woodinville.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not exactly there, but you are a Seahawks fan, so you're like, Washington.
Blue Friday. Yeah, I try to stay with that for sure. Yeah. So I wanted to ask about, Shelley, I wanted you to actually read a few of the chapter titles. Can you do that? Because they're very clever.
They are very clever. Just start at the beginning.
Yeah.
They're not chapters, they're lessons.
I meant lessons. I said that so you would, to see if you're on your toes. And you are. Well done. Lesson 1, we've already talked about.
Yes. There's really not a table of content.
Table of lessons?
There is not a table of lessons or content. Note to self for next book.
Right?
Yeah. Lesson 2, much like a fine wine, a kid needs to breathe. Oh, this goes back to COVID days. Poor
Yeah,
kids
this one's all about that.
breathing.
This one's all about just, letting your kid, like a fine wine, you need to let your kid breathe. Like they need to learn to fall to get back up, right? We
Ah.
can't coddle them. How are they going to learn from their mistakes if we're coddling them? We need to let it grow. We need to let it breathe, like this
Much
beautiful
like
Pinot
a
Noir.
wine needs to breathe. That's right.
Don't be a helicopter parent like I was.
Oh, yeah. No comment. Go ahead.
Lesson 3, you don't want your kids to ferment. I'm not sure what that means about. It's about manners.
Yes, ferment is manners. Ferment is, you don't want them to be spoiled and harsh, and ferment is about having manners, saying please and thank you. Ferment is turning sugar into alcohol. So as we relate that, it's turning into alcohol can be, you want to ferment a wine, that's a good thing, but turning into alcohol can be heated. Yeah. I've related that to manners.
My kids went to cotillion, so they learned how to be gracious and how to dance. And
I love that because you're a dancer. But if I can read, you read your favorite line from one of the chapters. I'll read my favorite line, my 2 lines from this chapter, lesson 3. You don't want your kids to ferment. Teach your kids some manners and to have some heart and soul. Without that, your kid may turn into an a-hole.
That's not what it says.
no, yeah, it does.
No, it does the A with the asterisk.
It does right here.
I tried to be, somewhat.
But why?
I know.
Why?
But the little sparkly things are very cute.
They are. Chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Knows the wine to make sure it smells fine.
Knows the wine.
Knows the wine. And of course, this just relates to, this is being tongue in cheek and fun. Just obviously you want your kids to bathe and smell clean. But this gave me the opportunity to talk about bouquet and notes and smelling notes and Cabernet, bouquet, Cabernet, Chardonnay. Made for a good rhyming chapter. Yes.
Nobody wants a stinky child.
No, and what's really ironic is I like wine on any day that ends with a wine. Yeah, so I think it's perfect fit.
I concur with that one.
What about chapter 5, Shelley?
Yeah, well, they needed to make this lesson about airline passengers also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're trying to be nice and show kindness to everybody in the world.
Lesson 5. Don't let your child leave a bitter taste in your mouth.
Yes, this one's all about not letting your child talk back and be fresh.
Oh, like listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Oh, that one drives me crazy.
Oh, I can't even joke about that because it makes Shelley cranky.
Yes.
You want to go to lesson 6 and then we'll pause a little bit and expand on it?
Yes. Decant, let them run you.
I love that. Decant, let them run you. What a great play on words. Danielle, you and I are soulmates in that regard. I could throw out some dad
word.
Yeah, I could dad joke everyone to death. I would lose Shelley as a fiance and, of course, my partner and co-host here on the podcast. So I am going to keep those to a minimum. But I love this. Explain a little bit about Decant, let them run you.
Yeah, I mean, to obviously, well, if you're familiar with decanting a wine, this actually correlates more with like letting a wine breathe. You pour it into decanters to open up, but obviously it was too good of a play on words to miss this opportunity. So this one is just decant, let them run you. It's vital that you set the tone. You don't let your kids, boss you around. You've got to show them that you're the boss, and that's what this one's about. Otherwise, they're gonna walk all over you, and you don't let your kids become totally whack. You need to let the kids properly rack. And racking is another wine terminology, so I give the
We don't want
terminology
any
that.
whack.
It looks like you have a beautiful decanter there.
Well, we'll talk about this in a sec. Our CDA Gourmet wine word of the week is decant. And
Excellent.
beautifully said what decant is, the act of carefully pouring a wine from its bottle into another vessel, a decanter.
Mhm.
I am going to show you this decanter that we picked up at CDA Gourmet, and it turns.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's about $100 there, and
It's very fun.
It's a
It's like a
really
dreidel too, so it's good for people
Yeah.
for Hanukkah.
that's right.
True, it is.
And it takes right out, and then you put it back in, and it's
I
just
love that.
we've had this with guests, and they just keep doing this, and it's just slowly aerating the wine and decanting it. It's very cool.
I need the link for that purchase as well.
And
We can
we
give
will
you
put that in the show notes below as well, because CDA
Excellent.
Gourmet has a great website that you can actually purchase from.
Mhm.
And I know they still have these. We were just there a couple weeks
saw it.
ago, and there you go.
Yeah, that's fabulous. I love that.
Yeah,
So this wine, if you want to know, because again, I love my wine and cheese. So I'm having some leftover aged Gouda with this one.
Gouda, yeah.
Aged Gouda. I have this lovely aged Gouda from Thanksgiving that I had, and this works amazing with Pinot Noir because the caramel butterscotch crystals of like an aged Gouda and the nuttiness pairs really well with the Pinot cherry and the warm spice. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah,
So we have this thing in Coeur d'Alene, wine for the holidays, and I love this because you get to take your wine glass and go down the road and visit different stores, and they pour you little bits of wine. And one of them was a Pinot Noir and a Gouda cheese pairing.
it was really good.
It was very fun.
Gouda.
But
Yeah.
who else gets to walk around like trick or treat for wine?
This sounds like I need to visit Coeur d'Alene.
Have you not been up?
Yes, you
No,
need to come there.
a friend of mine, her parents live there. They moved there. And then a fellow, she works in the wine industry as well. I see her. We do similar jobs. She's at a different company. She and her family just moved to Coeur d'Alene, and she's in my fantasy football league as well. So we were talking about fantasy football earlier. Yeah, one of my 5 leagues. So she's down the street in Coeur d'Alene as well. So I need to get up there. It sounds fabulous. And now that you told me about this, like roving wine cheese extraordinaire, I need to get up there.
Well, so I have to clarify. It is illegal to have wine in your glass while you're walking on the streets.
Yeah, you just have to drink it before you leave the store, and then you go to the next store, trick or treat.
That first year we did it, everybody was walking around with wine in their glass, and they're like, "Okay, this is not this is against so many city codes. So we're gonna go ahead." And so we ran into an officer on the street, and we passed him as we were walking to our next stop. There's like 30 stops, and he turned around and he said, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have wine in your glass?" And of course, Shelley can't lie. We know that. And she said, "Yes." And you're going to have to do something with that. And she's like, "Just dump it out, or you can give it to him."
Because or I was going to say, or you could chug it.
Well, I am the human dump bucket, so yeah.
He chugged it.
You got to get a little wine cup. That's so. I mean, not a wine cup, a coffee, quote unquote coffee cup.
Yeah,
that would be good. Yeah. Quote unquote. Yeah. Exactly. They have these little. You put it around your neck, and you can put your glass, and it's a holder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
you see people walking around with that.
Like we keep forgetting to bring ours, but we're okay holding ours in our hand like a typical normal wine drinker would do. I have to ask you this, Danielle. So you wrote this 13 years ago. long before people were using the tools of artificial intelligence. Did you use any AI
No.
to shore up some of these lessons?
I actually did not.
Good for
I actually
you.
didn't. Yeah, I mean, you know, I, as I said, I wrote this 13 years ago. It's a great question. I hadn't thought about that, but um, I wrote this 13 years ago, and I really was just, for me, it was about putting out that vision, that product that I created so long ago. It's interesting as I embark on my next book, The Whiskey Lover's Guide to Dog Breeds. Again, I want
love
to
We'll have
I
to send
want
back
to rely on my experience with whiskey and bourbon. I'm a big bourbon lover, and I'm a big dog lover. My dog right here next to me. But it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see if, I probably will feed into AI to make sure that I have the correct, comparisons to dog breeds to the right Scotch personality. I mean, it's a wild world that we're living in, but
It
this is
really
AI
is.
free. This book is AI free. These wines are AI free. These cheeses are AI free.
Yay.
Well, we think the wines are. Who knows if they plug in any pH and this and that into a AI to make
And
sure
a
that it matches
recipe.
what they kind of want it to be and
It's
things
still
like
AI
that.
free.
But all of these wines are so good, and I love the fact that show the decanter is much like the decanter that we just showed right
Doesn't
here.
Oh, right.
spin though, but there
It
it is.
doesn't spin, but I can't see anything.
Yeah.
There you go. You got
There.
it.
For those of you on YouTube, yeah, yes,
Everybody
indeed.
needs a good decanter. It's a lovely table piece, and
Mhm.
they don't need to be expensive, and it really just lets the wine breathe and open up.
Yeah,
Um,
they're usually always so pretty.
so Shelley's
Yeah.
talked through the chapters 1 through 7. 7 is coming up, and then we're gonna
7?
we're gonna tease, and you're gonna have to get the book to get the other chapter titles. So what's 7?
Is your kid a mulled wine?
Mulled wine. We're in the month of mulled wines.
Yeah, we are.
So I actually love this one. This one's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, the tone is very light, but I think this is the most serious one. Social media today, we hear, I don't want to take this podcast down, but with social media today, we hear about, all these kids with kids bullying, and it breaks my heart. The CDC is in the past, since 2001, there's over 52% increase in kids that are taking their own lives, and it's heart wrenching. So this is really, if you know about a mulled wine, it's served heated, it's spiced with cinnamon and clove, and it's served in a punch bowl. So this is about, is your kid spiced or heated? Does he pack a punch? This is really about, know what your kid is like, not only in the home, but outside the home. Are they bullying other kids? Because you need to nip that in the bud. So this is the most poignant one to me, because it's, but it's said in a lighthearted, fun way. And it gives a mulled wine recipe at the end of the chapter as well, which is great we're in winter, Christmas time. Mulled wine is fabulous. And I think is it March 3rd or 5th is National Mulled Wine Day. So it's a perfect recipe to make on National Mulled Wine Day.
Well, of
Yeah,
course,
we talk about that.
you can go to the Wine Time Fridays website, and we have an
All those
entire
days.
page of wine days that
Yes.
is like pulling teeth to try to make sure it's accurate, because one source will give me one thing and another, but
Right.
we're about 90% accurate. Actually, that's a great segue into what's coming up. The 16th of December is International Pinot Meunier.
Meunier.
I'm so close this time.
No,
No, I've learned how to say it. This is how you say it. It's moon yay. That's how you say it. Meunier.
Meunier.
Okay.
How
Meunier.
simplified.
It's only
I
taken
know.
2
It took me
years.
a while. I love Pinot Meunier. That's what, sparkling wine and champagne is made from Chardonnay grapes,
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir, and Pinot
And
Meunier. And I learned
Meunier.
that's how I remember to say it, is Pinot Meunier.
The trick will be if I can remember this. I think I can. If I remember Meunier.
Yeah.
It's also The 31st is National Champagne Day, which of course is one of like 5 during the year.
Yes. But this was very appropriate.
It is very appropriate. New Year's Eve. We will be doing, just found out, we will be doing
champagne and French
fries at Seasons of
Champagne
Coeur d'Alene.
French Fried Day.
Yes, it's Champagne and Fries Day, I think is what the technical thing is. And we're doing that for the 2nd year in a row down at Seasons. I'm super excited about that. Some wines we have this week. Savia Malbec, Cambria Chardonnay. Cambria down in your neck of the woods there, Danielle. Decoy Chardonnay.
It was Catherine's vineyard.
It was Catherine's Vineyard,
Yes.
which one of our favorite. Decoy Chardonnay also down there. Muscardini Cabernet Sauvignon from the Gary V Wine Club, also down in your neck of the woods. Misfits and Mavens Pinot Noir. I just like the name. And of course, the Patrice Grasset Sauvignon Blanc, all the way from Loire Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Through our friends from Naked Wines.
Yes.
Speaking about breathing and zenning out, Danielle, do you have anything else that you want us to talk about before we bid adieu? Oh, is that correctly said?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you said that very well. No, I mean, I thank you both for having me. This was so much fun. I mean, who doesn't love a Friday wine time, drinking fabulous wine, talking to fabulous people? And talking about my passion project. Wine has been my passion, and now this book has been my passion. I love any chance I get to talk about it. I hope your listeners will, if they get it, I hope they enjoy it. It's been super fun. Like I said, it's, we in the wine world or wine loving world, it's all about bringing joy to people through wine and through wine knowledge and
food to go with it.
And great food to go with it. And that's what it's all about. So I hope everybody, this book, by the way, makes a fantastic host gift. That with a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Well, you can't go wrong. So,
No.
Yeah, I mean.
And guess what I just thought of? I think CDA Gourmet should sell this book.
I don't know CDA Gourmet, but I think you're right. So,
well, CDA Gourmet has some very, very unique gifts, but really high level kitchen.
They sell Le Creuset and all of those.
Oh, lovely. Yes. Yeah. Anything. This is a great like grab and go get. Like I said, it pairs perfectly. You want that little extra something with a bottle of wine, but it's fun. It's laughable. Even if you're not a parent, if you're aunt, uncle, wine lover, it's just a good humor book. And if you want to learn a little bit about wine, then it's a good time.
And if you're an Aunt Dee Dee, it's a main, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You have
Absolutely.
I can't wait till your next book.
I know, I can't either. It's coming up. We've already probably got 2 or 3 we're going to purchase and send off to our friends who are whiskey and drinkers. Thank you so much, Danielle. This is fantastic. We are so happy to be on this journey with you in a sense. And we're going to start plugging this right and left. Go to Amazon right now, look at the link below, and you will see a wine lover's guide. It's a link to a wine lover's guide to parenting, the fine art of wine and wine management. That's WHINE. I have to say that all the time. Here's the cover right here. And a huge thanks to today's sponsors, which is Cinder and Liberty Lake Wine Cellars. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, I have nothing in my glass to do what she does. With a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of lessons, wine becomes a lot less overwhelming, and sometimes it needs to be a mainstay in your house. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Actually, next week is a surprise. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to surprise everyone.
We'll find out.
Happy Friday. Great weekend. See you next week. Thank you for spending part of your day to wind down with Shelley and Phil. Remember, you can listen to any episode of the Wine Time Fridays podcast by visiting winetimefridays.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
And join us on our Wine Time Fridays Facebook page, Instagram, or on Twitter, which is @VintageTweets, for daily conversation. Until next week, here's our toast to you. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, peace on earth, and of course, romance.